Hey y'all, and welcome to the Ladywing Designs channel. My name is Zakia, and it has been a long time since I've recorded anything for this channel. So welcome in to everybody, whether you used to watch years ago or you're completely new to the channel. Welcome in. So as I said, my name is Zakia, and I live in Alabama in the United States with my boyfriend and my 1.5-year-old daughter. So you might hear a bit about them as we go through this. And what is this? So I have decided that I really want to get back into filming whip updates and just, stitch with me's eventually, all of that. I have thought about vlogging multiple times this year, and it just never seems to happen. So I figured, why not start right now for Vlogmas? It's kind of a crazy time of year anyway. Everyone's going to be uploading videos all the time, so it's also kind of good in that sense as far as hopefully people finding the video again, because I have been gone for 4.5 years now, so I'm just hoping somebody comes back and watches, honestly. But yeah, so anyway, that's a little bit about me. Like I said, you'll learn more throughout. This is going to be a Vlogmas series of videos. Just short little videos. Excuse me, y'all. Short little videos every day or every other day. We'll just kind of see what happens. I'm nervously looking out my window. If you wonder why I'm looking up, that's what I'm looking at the nice fall colored trees outside. But yeah, so they might be every day. I'm hoping to upload every day, but it might not be that. We might do every other day or put a few days together. I might have to skip days at some point. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, so let's jump into it. Obviously, it is Vlogmas season. It's Advent season. If you are a crafter, I think that's kind of one of the big things that happens at this time of year. So I haven't had a yarn advent in a very long time. 2018 maybe was the last one that I got. 2019. And so that's a total lie, guys. I got one last year in 2024. And I loved it. It was so much fun to be opening yarn. So I did actually cheat last year though. I opened all of my yarns ahead of time because I wanted to see them and plan the project and blah blah. So it was fun, but I didn't get to do the everyday thing, and so I really wanted something to be able to do that again this year, but I couldn't afford a 24 mini skein advent, just not in the budget this year. So in April, on April 1st, actually, so I guess the end of March, Lisa, who is Knit All the Yarn podcast, was talking about Freckled Whimsy's 24 stripe advent skein. So it's blowing out a bit, but that's the tag for it. And so it's 24 stripes. I haven't opened it yet. We're going to do that right now together. I am so excited to be doing at least a little something for Advent. I really enjoy, like everyone else does, getting to open a little bit or do a little bit on that one project every day. I think it'll be fun. I haven't done it in a while, so we'll see if I can keep up with it or not. I think one stripe a day is going to be probably the goal. Anyway, so the base that I got is their Splendid base, which is 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. And there was a mini that came with it. So this is gonna blow out a ton, but it is a like really nice kind of, it's a beige, but it's got like bits of darker brown, and I don't know, sometimes it kind of gives me like a grayish kind of feel, but it's not super gray. I wish it wasn't blowing out, but maybe it won't be later. I'm only going to be able to record when my kiddo is asleep, so the videos are going to be shorter, but you know, I'm going to catch you up on my Advent and on my other projects during all of this, so it probably won't take too long anyway because I don't get that much time to craft anymore. So I wish that it wasn't blowing out, guys, but oh well. I have my cuffs done. Did I even say today is Monday, December 1st? Guys, I'm telling you right now, you're in for the wild and crazy with me. I'm doing less editing on these this time around because, again, I just don't have the time if I'm gonna only record these while my kiddo is asleep. So it's gonna be less editing. It might be rambly and all over the place. I hope that for y'all that makes it feel like we are actually sitting down having a chat, because this is like how I am in real life. So good luck. And also thank you for listening to all my rambles. But yes, so it is the morning of Monday, December 1st, and yeah, I already have my cuffs done and ready. So I started the first one on my birthday, which was a few days ago, on the 26th, and I went ahead and wound up the mini and got the cuffs started so that they would be done, because it was kind of around that time, around my birthday, when I was like, yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna do Vlogmas, and so I wanted to have these ready. So the cuffs are done. I'm knitting these on US 0, which is a 2mm Chow-Gu 9-inch circulars for both of them. And yeah, 60 stitches. I've done knit 2, purl 2 for the cuffs. I'm going to be following the vanilla bean sock pattern from Crazy Sock Lady. It's one that she released earlier this year, and I fell in love with it when I saw it. I'm super excited to finally be knitting it. I bought yarn to knit it, of course, when it came out, and I haven't gotten around to it yet because I haven't really been knitting a lot of socks, so is what it is. But yeah, so the name of this one is I think it's Frosted Winter Garland. My about sheet is back there on my desk, so I don't remember, but I think it's Frosted Winter Garland. So I'm not going to post each day's vlogs until the next day. So this is Vlogmas day 1. So I hopefully won't be posting it until the 2nd. I say hopefully because hopefully it'll be posted on the 2nd and not the 3rd or the 4th, but I'm going to post these the day after so that hopefully no one will be spoiled as I show my stripes. I was thinking about it a little bit. Hold on, let me open this. That's pretty. So I was thinking a little bit about how I was going to knit on the socks and show y'all, and how much I was going to do a day, blah blah, because I would kind of like to have these done for Christmas. So I think the plan is that I'm going to, which is also why I have both cuffs done, I think I'm going to knit one stripe on one of the socks every day, so that I can be like, oh, here's day 1, here's day 2, you know, the colors every day, and not spoil anyone, hopefully. And then the second sock, I think I'm going to knit 2 stripes a day to start, and hopefully that'll help me get this second sock done a little faster. yeah, and then it'll be easy peasy for the second sock, and I'll know, you know, how far I want to knit to the heel and all of that, because I'll be on it already on that sock. So we'll see. The advent skein is like separated, so it's two 50-gram skeins that they've wound up together so that you can make matching socks. Super excited about that. This is my first time, this is my first time ordering Freckled Whimsy yarn, so I'm very excited to try it because Lisa knits with it all the time, which is what made me order it when she was talking about their advent skein going on sale. So, are we ready? Because I'm going to hold it up. Of course, it's blowing out a bit, but you can see the really pretty reds and blues, and there's some purples in here and some green. I am so excited. Some light blues. So like I said, it's Frosted Winter Garland. So, bright, shiny Christmas garland with all the ornaments and things, but also with a little dusting of snow, which is clearly this, that part's definitely blowing out, but there's like a really nice icy blue in there. This is very pretty. I'm super excited. So, I'm not going to wind this up until my kiddo is awake. I feel like she would love watching me wind the yarn up. So I'm going to wait for her to get up and us to start our day for me to wind that up. But that's the Advent knitting that I'll be doing every day. So that will be socks. Oh, let me put the tag back in here or I'll never find it again. The other project that I'm really going to be working on a lot, because I want it done so I can wear it during the cold months, because in Alabama that doesn't last too long. We've been getting some good cold weather this year, the last couple weeks, but you know, at some point it will get warm again, so I want to be able to wear it while it's cold. And that is a Jethro cardigan. There probably won't be pictures inserted unless I can figure out how to do it on YouTube editing, just because I'm not using the same editing software that I was 4 years ago. So there may be pictures inserted of patterns or things. There most likely will not be. I will try to link everything down below in the description box, so head down there. It'll probably be, I'll try not to do Ravelry links if I can link to like the designer's website or something. I will probably link my Ravelry project pages down there, or link to my Ravelry page more than likely. So you can always click over there. I keep a project page for all of my projects. So yeah, you can head over there if you need details or something. But so I'm doing a Jethro cardigan by Tanis Lavallee. Now I feel like Leslie from the Knit Girls because I have no idea how to pronounce it. But anyway, so I have started just the tiniest bit. If you've never heard of this cardigan, it was really popular when it came out. It combines knitting and crochet. So the body of the cardigan, I'll hold it up, I guess in front of myself. Maybe right there is better. So the body of the cardigan is made with granny squares, and then you sew them all up in a certain layout, array, what have you, to get the body, and then you pick up and knit for the like collar and the sleeves and the body ribbing at the bottom. Words are escaping me. So this is the first square. All of my squares are going to be the same. So we've got 3 for my size. It's 6 total rounds, and it's a paid pattern, so I'll try not to give, you know, all of the numbers away and such, but for my size, it's 6 total rounds, and the last one will be in the main color, so this nice mustard gold, which, if any of y'all remember, is my favorite color. So the yellow is the main color, and then I've got a gray, I guess you could say a milk chocolate brown, and black in the center. And so all of the squares are going to look like this. And yeah, I have to make 36 of them. So 1 out of 36. I guess you'll just get to see the progress on those as I go. Hopefully it won't become too monotonous, being that they're all going to look exactly the same. So what I'm doing, I'm going to assembly line them by 5s. So I'm working on the first 5 squares now. This one was actually kind of a swatch test square, and so all of the yarns were still attached while I was making it, and then when I decided that this was what I liked and I wanted to do this pattern for the squares, then I cut them all off. I've started weaving in the ends, as you can see. So that one is mostly done besides the ends, and so the other 4 for this set of 5 have been started. I've done all the black centers, and so now what I'm doing is going through and weaving in the ends. So I think the game plan is going to be to go through and do each color. So minus the first one, of course. I've done all the black centers. Now I'm going back and weaving in all the ends, including on this one. I went ahead and did the first couple colors of weaving in. And so I've gotten the first couple done. I'm weaving in the ends on these, and then we will go through and do the round of brown on each square, and then weave in all of the ends, and then go through and do the gray, so on and so forth. And then once I finish these first 5 squares, I'm just going to start over and repeat that whole process with the next 5 squares. So that's how I'm going to do it. I think that'll be easy, easier than assembly lining all 36. I would love to do that, but my kid is already very interested in my yarn, and the last thing I need is her finding these little squares and running off with them, because the chances of me finding them, yeah, not great. So I'm just gonna do them by 5s so that I don't have squares everywhere. Yeah, I brought this over because I was gonna show how I kind of worked, well, there we go, how I kind of worked through picking out the colors. So I knew from the beginning, like when I first saw this pattern, that I wanted yellow to be my main color, and I love grello. It's my favorite color combination. Grello is gray and yellow, if you've never heard of that before. And so in the beginning, this was supposed to be completely grayscale in the middle. But when I went to kind of test, because I wanted to see if I wanted dark on the inside or on the outside, you can kind of see the drawings here, how I changed them up a little bit to compare. But when I went to do the drawing with my colored pencils, I did not have like a light gray and a dark gray. I had a light gray and I had a dark brown, and then there was black. So I was like, that's fine. I just need, generally a dark tone to kind of see what I'm looking for. So I put that brown in, to kind of stand for a charcoal. And then I realized I loved the brown with the colors I had chosen. So that's how the brown ended up happening. But I think it looks really good. It makes it look a little more earthy. And I do still have like some brown items in my wardrobe, so it'll still go with my outfits. So yeah, that's what we're aiming towards. It's 36 of these with all the ends woven in. And yeah, I'll be taking you along for that. So this first day's video is going to be a little bit longer just because I knew I wanted to kind of introduce myself. It was like a 2-second introduction, but that's basically the gist of it. Me, my boyfriend, my kiddo, just working, parenting, crafting, you know. There's not much else to say besides that. So yeah, my kiddo is still asleep for the moment. I'm gonna get back to watching some Twitch streams and working on these squares. And either at nap time or at bedtime tonight, I will try to give y'all an update on what I've gotten done today. So until then, see you later. Okay, time to see what I have done on this first day of Vlogmas. So I'll leave the skein in there, and I will just hold up this bit, making sure the next color doesn't come on camera. So of course the lighting's still a little weird because it's nighttime, but the first color is like a dark like tealy color. So yeah, that's the first color. And this will get the second stripe tomorrow. The other sock, I have the first 3 stripes on. I was only supposed to knit 2 stripes for today, and then I got a little carried away because I'm already loving the vanilla beans pattern. Yeah, and the stripes are really pretty. Obviously, I've seen the whole skein already because I had to wind them up. So I'm super excited to get into these colors. Yeah, again, hopefully that wasn't on camera. I don't think it was. But yeah, so that's that for the socks. And then the only other thing I've crafted today were the squares. I got all of the ends woven in for the black centers. 2 of them I have the brown added on, and the other 2 I will be doing after I finish filming this. So yeah, that's it for that. I'll finish adding the brown to these 2, and then we'll weave in all of those ends. I did want to mention, because I forgot to earlier, for that project I am using the called for crochet hook. I probably should have gone down a size or 2, but I don't really want to work with a hook smaller than this one for worsted weight yarn. I think I maybe could go down to an E, but I like the hook that was called for, which is a USF or 3.75 millimeter. I just got a cheap, like Susan Bates one, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. This one's got the gripper on the bottom, and yeah, I'm really enjoying working with it. So that was a good buy at Michael's for like $4. Can't beat it. And then yeah, the other thing that I wanted to show is a sock set that came in today. So when I opened my advent with like the mini and everything, because the way the advent skein was packaged, the main skein, as y'all saw, was wrapped in paper so you couldn't see it, and the mini was not a secret, so that you could like start your toes or cuffs or whatever you wanted to do. And they had on the little info sheet about going to their website and finding, a list of patterns that work well for self-striping yarn that the dyer has put together. And on my way, I'm sure half of you know where this is going, on my way to look at said list, I got the whole, oh, sign up for the newsletter, and I did because I genuinely wanted to sign up, and then was given a code to use, and I was like, I won't remember this. I have to use it right now. So I went to look, of course, for what I might like on there that they had available. And I actually found 2 skeins, but I could only afford to get one. So I just, coincidentally, they were both holiday colorways, which is very unlike me. This one is Halloween, so I went ahead and bought this one because I figured it would be gone sooner. And then the other one is actually a Christmas skein. I can't remember what the name of the colorway is, but might be going back and getting that one later. So anyway, the skein that I did buy, which came today, this is Freckled Whimsy, and this is the Serendipity DK base. So 75-25 superwash merino and nylon, and yeah, I'm super excited to use this. So it is a sock set. It comes with a black mini skein. Well, it's not really black. It's like a charcoal brown. A charcoal brown? What? Charcoal gray? Guys, I'm so tired. Charcoal brown. Great. No, it's a charcoal gray. It's like right before a black. But I love it. That's like my favorite. And then the main, I guess I should show it to you guys. And then the main skein is oranges and greens, and it looks like there's a black stripe in between all of them. They did have a picture of the colorway worked up on the site, but I, of course, already don't remember. Yeah, and then the name of it is Something Wicked This Way Comes, and it's a 12-stripe repeat. So I'm thinking about making this into a DK weight muscle bra, because lo and behold, I was yet again influenced by Lisa of Knit All the Yarn podcast, and I was watching a video of hers today, and she's been knitting some DK weight muscle bras, and that is what she'll be doing with her advent skein, and I kind of like that idea for this colorway. I feel like I would still wear it. So, thinking about doing that. I'm not sure though. I also kind of want it to be socks, just because I don't think I've knit a pair of DK weight socks before, so I would kind of like to try that out. So I don't know. We'll see. I might use this for some DK weight socks. I might actually do that. So yeah, stay tuned. Who knows when that'll happen? Because I'm gonna have to buy some 9-inch circulars. Yeah. I guess I don't have to, but I would prefer to work on 9-inch circulars, so I might just buy a couple of sizes. I'm gonna look at Crazy Sock Lady's DK vanilla sock pattern and just see what needle is on there and go buy that probably. Maybe that and a size down, because I'm usually a loose knitter, so I usually have to go down needle sizes. But yeah, that was basically everything that got done on day 1 of Vlogmas. So I am gonna go continue working on some more squares. So yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Happy making.